Hey guys, it's your girl Me-Anie. I am actually just leaving work. Got this big stupid ass bear in the back of my car. I hate his ass. You don't know, he needs to come out of my car. Fudge. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing this video right now with you guys is because I just got off of work. It's a little bit late. I normally get off like an hour. An hour ago I would have been off, but I had a long ass day. Like, I just did a dental that took forever, like 2 hours. This dog had like 11 extractions, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. The reason I'm doing this video is because, close these windows. The reason I'm doing this video is because I wrote it down and it happened again. But before I get into that, let me tell you how somebody rear-ended me again. So since I've been living here in, I don't know if you guys send messages if I'll see them. I keep saying that. There's like this little button on my phone that lets me see the messages, supposedly, but I don't see them. Since I've been living here in Florida, this is the 5th time that somebody has ran into the back of my car. And 3 times, one time I wasn't even in the car, that was yesterday. The other 2 times, the car wasn't even moving. I was at a stop sign. I know you're probably like, well, you shouldn't be recording right now, but we good, whatever. Anyhow, somebody rear-ended my brand new freaking car. I just got a new car because I figured, like, I felt like my old one had like bad juju or whatever. So I got a new car that got rear-ended while I was at work. It was one of my co-workers. Like, she backed up into my car and she came up and told me, hey, I ran into the back of your car. But that's not what we're talking about. So the reason why I came on to tell you guys about this, wrote it down, make it happen again, is because it happened to me again. So off my last video, I was telling you guys some of the things that I listed as things that I want to happen for me, right? So I'm trying to go back to school so that I can get out of the position that I just got certified for. I don't want to be a certified vet tech only. I want to be a certified vet tech, but specializing in rehab therapy. So in order for me to do that, I have to go to this school in, what is it called? Coral Springs. So my whole thing is with this school, it's a very good school. It's the closest school here that does the rehab therapy and give that certification. So good thing about this school, it's pretty close. Some of the downsides of this school is I have to take days off of work so that I can actually attend these classes, which means that's going to have to be my vacation time, not a problem. Another downside is they don't accept financial aid. So how are you going to come up with this money? Now, the classes are close to like $7,000 or whatever. And my job does reimbursement for this. But my thing was, damn, they do reimbursement. Reimbursement means you pay for that shit up front and we'll give you the money back, pending if you pass and how you pass these classes, because there's like a grading system. So I said, you know what? There is no way I'm going to be able to just kick that money out right now, because they want this money before you start the classes, right? There's no way I'm going to be able to kick this money out like that right now and be able to stay on track with the time frame that we have set up for me to get these classes done. So the next classes, they start in March, and they sell out pretty quickly. So of course, if you want to take these classes in March, you have to sign up like now. So I said, you know what, let me just balls up and ask if they're able to pay for these classes up front, so I don't have to come up with $7,000 or whatever the amount is. So I don't have to come up with this money, because I know it's gonna be a tough thing without financial aid. Like, no Sally Mae, like you're not gonna give me Sally Mae. So I started texting the question to the rehab therapist that's at my job now, and I texted up, and then I deleted it, and then I texted up again, and I was like, shit, like nothing's gonna happen if you don't ask. So I texted up the question. I was like, hey, can't remember exactly what I typed, but I typed no, actually I lied. I called. This was yesterday. There's 2 parts to this. I called last night. I got the balls up. I was like, let me call and ask her. So I didn't get her. I just left her a message basically saying, are you guys going to be able to pay the classes up front so that I can go ahead and take over your position, because I know we want to get me certified as soon as possible so I can take over this position from you and relieve you of some of the duties that you have. And I left it as that. So I received a text this morning saying, yes, we can do that. And she gave me the card number to go ahead and register for the classes. I was like, oh, oh my God. And the funniest thing is, this morning before I got the response, I said, you know what? Let me do what I did the last time. Let me sit down, pull out my little stationery that I have, that I write all my little notes to myself of, you know, things that I want to happen. So I put on my stationery and I wrote, now this isn't verbatim. It was basically me saying that my classes were paid for in full. I was getting reimbursement for my classes. And then another one I wrote, okay, I'm going to get full coverage. They're going to pay in full for my classes and my hotel, because I have to stay in the hotel while I'm down there up front. And I put today's date. So after I wrote that, a few hours later, I received a text from the therapist. She was like, yeah, we'll pay for the classes up front, because the whole deal is to get you in there as soon as possible. We want to get somebody in there as soon as possible. You're the person, like you're the it person. So I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, that came through on time. So the next part was, I didn't ask her anything about the hotel, but I'm like, damn, well, if they're paying for the classes, they're probably going to pay for the hotel too, because I have to be down there. It's going to be like close to 7 to 8 days that I have to be in a hotel taking these classes for the first 2. So I said, you know what, let me ask her about this. And I held off for most of the day. I typed up, this is where I typed up the text. Then I deleted it. Then I said, well, how the hell am I going to say this? Then I typed it up again. I deleted it. I said, you know what, just type this shit up. And you know how sometimes you hit send on a message so fast and you're like, no. So I was like, let me just type up the message, and I hit send. So I couldn't deter myself from doing it. So I hit send, it went off, and she probably took like an hour to respond. And I said, hey, is the hotel included in that? And she said, yes, the hotel is included. So I got my write it down, make it happen. So my classes are fully paid for. I don't have to worry about coming up with that money. And the hotel is also paid for. So that's freaking amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I did write down one more thing that I wanted today. And that didn't happen, and I'm okay with that, because I kind of knew in my spirit that it probably wasn't going to happen. Being that I got certified vet tech, I got a raise. So I knew what it was going to be, but then I was like, well, damn, I really wanted it to be X amount, but I knew it was going to be Y. And it ended up being Y instead of X. And I was like, that's okay. You know, everything happens for a reason. Like, I made a significantly large jump from the time that I started this position to being certified. And then my review is coming up, so that's going to be another jump. And then when I get certified for this, that's going to be another jump. So I'm like, you know what? The Lord does everything in his own time. It's going to be paced as it should. So I'm cool with that, as long as I'm not where I was when I first started. So I'm saying all this to kind of give you guys motivation, and really try to listen to that book. It's called The Aladdin Factor. It's called The Aladdin Factor. You can listen to it on audiobooks. If you never signed up for audiobooks before, you can get your very first copy for free, and I think they give it to you for like 2 weeks, and then after that they'll start charging your card. I get charged like $14.95 a month, and that gives me 1 credit to obtain a book. So far, I'm listening to The Aladdin Effect right now, and I love everything that this book teaches. It's really teaching you how to be a master asker, and the truth is, if you don't ask, you will not receive. And everybody does not want the same thing. And that's the funny thing about it. Like, people think like there's not enough to go around, and Jack Canfield talks about this. People think there's not enough to go around, or they're not deserving of things. That's why they don't ask, because that's the first thing that pop into your mind. Like, oh, I want to ask for this, but damn, I don't know if I deserve it. I don't know if I'm going to get it. Why do you think like that? Why do you believe that you do not deserve to get a certain thing? You know? So that's what this book is about, is teaching you how to ask for things that you should have, things that you deserve, how to ask for it, how to go about asking for it, and ways to ask for it. Because there's one thing that they said in there: if you begin a question with an NT or end it with an NT, meaning words like can't you, won't you, don't you, if you start or end a question with those type of words, you're gonna get yes as a result. So like, let's see, you guys can, like, if I was doing my whole reimbursement things, like, you can pay for my classes up front, can't you? Like that type of question. So when you ask a question like that, it's kind of like a leading question, and you're forcing that person almost to give you the answer that you want. And then after you ask that question, you just go silent. You don't give them an option. And I'm really bad at that, because when I ask a question, I'll give them a leadway, like, hey, do you want to reschedule your visit, or do you want to wait and give us a call? Of course they're going to wait and give us a call, because you just gave me that option. So just basically offer the information that you want to give without an option. Like, hey, you can do this, can't you? You want to schedule your appointment today and reserve it, don't you? Or something like that. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, as opposed to giving them options. Ask the question directly. Be quiet. When you're quiet, that puts the other person in an awkward situation, an awkward silence. And they say whoever speaks first loses the deal. So that's something else that I have to practice, you know. I just wanted to get on and share this with you guys. And I'm still learning. So when I make these videos, I make them for myself, because I often go back and watch my own videos. You know how you have like your favorite person on YouTube? I go back and I watch my own videos, because I like to grow for myself. I'm not doing, like, my life is not going to be dependent on other people. I grow from my own mistakes. So stuff that I'm doing now, I allow myself to make my mistakes. I'm not a perfect person. I don't claim to be a perfect person. I don't claim to know everything. And I'm saying all this because I had an encounter on my last video, when someone made a few statements, and I was just like, okay, this is the way that you see me. This is what you want me to be, but you can't really force what you think I am onto me. That's your problem. That's your issue. This is what you would like for me to be, but this is who I am, and I'm being true to me. I'm not going to act any other way. Like, I have to be true to who I am. And if that means that I cuss a little bit or whatever, like, don't question it. Allow me. I'm not here to be judged. I'm not here to judge anybody else. I'm here to make my own mistakes and grow from them. I can look back at my videos and say, like, damn, that's what I used to do. Yeah, it's fine. You can point stuff out, but don't force your opinion on me, is all I'm saying. I'm not going to do that to other people. So I would really love for people not to do it to me, because people see you a certain way, and they have these expectations that you're supposed to meet in their head. Why? Ouch, that hurts. Why is it that I have to be a certain way? That's what you want, but you're not going. Yeah, you're a little bit close on my bumper boo boo. You're not going to get it, you know. Anyhow, guys, I am almost home. How long does it take me to get home? Almost 13 minutes. I'm pretty much home now. I'm gonna go walk Siler. I left my other dog at work. He just got neutered and all that jazz. Anyhow, once I get in the house, I'm probably going to log on so I can see your comments. And if you have any comments, write them down, and I'll respond once I get in the house, because this is not letting me see your comments. I tried it when I was in the store and it worked. So I'm not sure why it's not letting me see the comments that you guys are posting. So I'll respond to your comments when I get in the house. And like I said, if you guys have any questions at all about the book or certain things that I'm doing, I'm gonna keep making these videos, because it's things that I want, and I want them to happen. I don't want you guys to get discouraged. I want you guys to actually, like, start doing this. Like, start doing this stuff for the new year. You want something, ask for it. Like, why not ask? It's not going to happen if you don't. It's guaranteed that if you do not ask, you will not receive. I'll tell you that much. Don't ask for it. Somebody else will get it. Home sweet home. All right, guys. I will Talk to you later.